Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen me before, welcome to my channel, but those of you that have, you're probably looking at me like, where are you even filming? I'm actually filming in the room that I film my makeup tutorials in, but I film those in my vanity, which is right to the left of me, and the lighting in that room is really, really good. I just want to switch it up, and that room's kind of like a little messy, and I was like, I don't want them to see that, so that's why I'm in here. As you can tell, this story time is going to be about the time I got into my first car accident. And it wasn't technically my first, but it was my first car accident that was my fault. My fault. Jumping right into it. I, at the time, woke up and it was around 11 o'clock in the morning and I was on my way to the vet's with my snake. He is in the passenger seat in his little carrier because he had a respiratory infection. So I was on my way to the vet's taking him to get his antibiotics and yada yada yada. I'm on my way and all of a sudden, okay, I look up in front of me and there's like a white car, you know, driving in front of me, and I was not close to them at all. Like, not even. Probably 2 car lengths at the least. 2 car lengths. They're ahead of me, and then there's a mailman ahead of that car. So, the mailman pulled over to put the mail in the mailbox, and this is a 2-lane road, so yeah. I sneezed. I literally sneezed, and I take the biggest sneezes. I take the biggest sneezes. It's like I take the biggest shits in the world or something. That just sounds... I sneeze so big. My sneezes are just... I don't know. They're just huge. I don't know. And I had sneezed, and when I look up, all I see literally in front of me is this white car in front of me, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, oh my god, my mind was blown. I just look up and see this white car in front of me. My dog just made the weirdest noise. Like, that scared the actual shit out of me. They slammed on their brakes for this mailman. I look up and I'm like, oh shit, and I slam on my brakes. I couldn't stop quick enough, and the last thing that I really, I don't want to say remember because I didn't like black out, but the last thing that really stood out to me before like the impact was I looked down and I hit her going 45 miles an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot or like fast.
I don't even know how I managed to leave this out, but the only reason I'm exaggerating so much about hitting her at going 45 miles an hour is because at the time my airbags had been recalled, both of them, and I had received multiple letters in the mail, and I still get them to this day. So if they were fixed and not recalled and broken, they would have gone off in the accident, which means my car would have been totaled, and that would have been really bad. So yeah.
But that's pretty fast for how fast she came to her stop. Like, she slammed on her brakes. Don't ask me why. She could have easily gone around the mailman. And I get it's a 2-lane road. If someone was coming, I completely understand, honey. I would not want to die either. There's a median in the middle of the road. The yellow diagonal lines that you can go in and go around. You're not gonna... Oh my god. Okay. That was her first mistake, honey. Don't slam on your brakes for a mailman if you see a median that you can go around. It is legal to pass mailman. He wasn't even in the mail truck. He was walking up to the front door to put something on the doorstep. You are not... It made me so mad. We pull over. Oh my god, don't even get me started. The mailman gets back in his truck after he hears and sees me rear end the shit out of her. I railed this bitch in the ass. He looks at us and he hops in his mail truck and he drives off. Didn't even ask, are y'all okay? Do y'all need help? Is everything? No. Looks at us and drives off. I'm like, are you okay? He was technically, I don't want to say the person that caused the accident, but let's just say if he wasn't there, that wouldn't have happened. We'll leave it at that. We pull off to the side of the road, and this lady and her son gets out of the car. They were really I don't know, judgmental is how I'm going to say. That's how I felt. They were really judgmental. They weren't overreacting necessarily. They were just kind of like, oh my god, the vibe they gave off, I can't even put into words. I'm sitting here trying so hard. Judgmental is just what I'm going to say. I felt really uncomfortable basically around them. She didn't even know what the fuck to do. She's just like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, okay, well, we need to exchange insurance information. She was the one that called the police. The police got there. They checked our IDs and everything. You know, all that. Blah, blah, blah. He comes up to me and he says, explain to me what happened. And I'm just like, she slammed on her brakes. I don't know what else to say. Like, I had sneezed and she slammed on her brakes. He thought I was being funny or something, and I was literally being dead serious. I'm not being funny. I'm trying to get to the vets. A car accident is not funny. No, it's not. He just walks away, and he didn't even say, like, okay or anything. Didn't say anything. Just walks away. I was kind of like, all right, okay, all right. After that, it started getting really, really warm in my car with the car off, and Bruce was in my car because I was on my way to the vets to get his medicine, like I said before. So I didn't want to leave him in a hot car. Who the hell is going to leave their animal in a hot car? Not me. Hello. I love my animals. I take him out, and he is so sick. I can't even put into words. He hadn't eaten in 6 months. He was just so sick, and he just, like, completely balled up around me. I should actually get him out right now. Should I? I think I'm going to. Okay. So he is just completely wrapped around my hand, asleep and sick, obviously. The officer and them were already giving me weird looks. That's where the word judgmental comes into play so much better in terms for you guys to understand how I felt. Anyways, when I pulled out my snake and was just holding him while he was wrapped around my wrist, I don't know why. I mean, it's just a pet. I get how some people don't like snakes or they're scared of them. But I'm not going to leave him in my hot car, and him being wrapped around my wrist shouldn't bother you in any way if I'm not even standing near you. We're standing in like a triangle because this woman, this grown-ass lady is freaking the fuck out over my snake, and I'm like, can you chill out? He's asleep and sick and wrapped around my wrist. He's not going to hurt you. Calm down, lady. Like, chill. She was overreacting so much, I wanted to slap a bitch. I had to stop myself. I couldn't let my son see that. No. I had to stop myself. Her son is sitting there just giving me the dirtiest look the whole entire time. The whole entire time. Keep in mind, he was like 2 years younger than me. Oh, that's my dryer. Oh my god, my dryer shakes my whole house. Why? Her son was just giving me a dirty look the entire time. Didn't say anything. Just every time I look at him, that's what I get. That is what I got I don't think he took a break from the moment he got out of that car to the moment we drove off. Awkward. The officer's talking to us and yada yada yada. And he literally looks me in the face and says, you keep that snake in your hands and I'll keep my gun in my holster. Got it? And I was like shook in that moment when he said that to me. I'm looking at this man. I'm staring dead at him like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Did you really just threaten to shoot my snake? He thought I had attitude or something, and he was like, can I help you? And I'm just like, no. I just said no, and I was like, I don't even know what to do. Like, you just threatened to shoot, like, my child. I don't know how you expect me to look up to you with respect after that. That just bothered me so much in the fact that a dog to him could have been Bruce to me. A pet is a pet. You don't ever threaten to kill someone's pet. Nevertheless, shoot their pet. Like, what is wrong with you? You had to go that far. Who the fuck? Oh my god, no. Bye. He ended up giving me a ticket, and the ticket said, following too closely. I was not following too closely. I was literally at least 2 car lengths behind. This lady decides to slam on her brakes and Mother Nature decides to fuck me in the ass and make me sneeze. Okay, I was not following too closely. He's, of course, gonna take her word over mine, a 16-year-old. That was that. I ended up getting Bruce to the vets after we drove off. My car was fine. My bumper did have a crack in it, but my car is a literal tank. Her bumper was halfway falling off. So when she was driving home, that shit looked pretty ratchet. Her bumper was it looked like it was dragging. Oh my god. And I get to the vets. Of course, I'm 2 hours late, you know. They were like, you're a little late, you know. Yeah, I got in a car accident, and I explained it to them. I got my antibiotics, and I went home that day pissed as hell with a ticket that I had to pay for. That was my first ever ticket. I've never been pulled over for anything. That was my first ever really encounter with an officer like that, and I'm glad that it was amazing. I had an amazing experience, you know, with that officer. I had to pay the ticket. I think it was $350, $450. I don't know. It was out of my budget. That's what I'm gonna say. It was way out of my fucking budget to pay that. I had to pull some money out of my ass or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. That's the end of my story. I'm sorry if you guys were expecting some huge thing because I'm really just a fucking human, so. Anyways, moral of the story, don't ever sneeze while driving. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. What? He just got a bath today. He's a happy snake. I hope you guys have I'm trying to think of like a cute pun with a snake. Awesome day. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time about when I got in my first car accident and got my first ticket and got my snake threatened to be shot. Yeah. I will also link down below all my social media if you're interested in looking at that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!